Okay guys, so today we have an old school, well not really old school, it's a popular set, probably about 10 years ago maybe. This is a 46-inch RCA. This is not an LED backlit TV, this is a LCD, which uses a CCFL, the cold cathode fluorescent tubes. Okay, and just to show you what's going on with this TV, I want to plug it in. And right there at the bottom you can see there's a red light, okay, red standby light. Okay, I'm going to hit the power. It's going to turn to blue. Okay. It turns to blue, and we get an image on the screen, and then it blacks out. It's nothing. And the light is still blue. Give me an indication that the TV is still on. And let's see if I can actually see anything on the screen. Hit the menu. And I can see something there, some words or something. Yes, I do see something on the screen. You probably can't see that on camera, but yes. So indicates that we have some kind of backlight or inverter problem. So this here is old school, reliable, right? This old school, reliable TV. Let's tear this baby down and see what the fluck is going on. Okay, as you can see, to verify the model number of the TV, this is a 46-inch, okay, LA45RQ. They also made a 40-inch, a 42, 50, 52, 55, and I'm not sure, I think they made a 60 also, which is a little model they made later. And as you can see, this was manufactured in 2011. Guess this is the first time he ever had any problems with it, okay? Almost 10 years, right? We have a power supply board, okay, a main board. I'm not sure this is a T-Con board or not. Let's see. May or may not. I do not think so. There is no board under there, so the panel driver is under here, at least here. So anyway, there's a main board, power supply, and of course the inverter board, which is up under this heat shield, okay. And that's what powers the CCFLs up. You see there's a transformer. There's probably like 2 lines on each transformer. Looks like there's actually 2 transformers built into one. Okay, and that's what powers on the fluorescent, the CCFL lamps. Okay, kind of like the ballast. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this metal shield off of here, that we can get a better view of this inverter board. And I'm going to put as many of these screws back as I can onto the board. Make sure it's grounded correctly. Probably about 7 or 8 screws on there. Okay, so this is our inverter board, okay, and this is our line that's being fed by the power supply. Typical is about 24 volts to power this inverter board up, okay, from the power supply board. So that's the first thing we're going to do, is go ahead and turn it on. When the light turns blue, we're going to check it. And the best way you can check this is actually to make sure that it's even getting there in the first place, is just go across this fuse. There are actually two fuses. I'm not sure if they're both 24 volts, but I know 24 volts will be going across at least one of them. Okay, so I got my meter. I put it in DC volts. I just grounded the black wire to the chassis. Anywhere metal on the chassis is fine. Okay, I'll put mine right there. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and plug the set in, turn it on. Once the light turns blue, I'm going to check across both of those fuses and see if we're getting the 24 volts that we're supposed to be getting. Okay, I plugged it in, light is red. If I can find the power button, which is on this side, okay. I'm going to turn it on. Light turns blue, okay. And let's see. I'm going to go across this first fuse here. 24 volts. Go across the other side, make sure the fuse is not open. 24 volts, okay. Let's try this other fuse down here. What's going across this one? Probably the same. 24 volts. 24 volts, okay. And we don't have to worry about any backlight on signal, which is coming through these three wires right here. Okay, we know we're getting that because the TV did actually come on and flash. Alright, so let's see. Let's get about 3 or 5 volts on one of these. There we go, 3.3. 3.3 again, and this one is probably the ground. Okay, so we are getting the backlight on, and we're also getting the 24 volts going to the board. That is the main thing. Now, our next thing is checking the actual CCFLs. As you can see, we actually have about 12 lamps. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And this transformer obviously fires up 4 of them at a time. As you see by the white trace. Okay, it's coming from this transformer here. This transformer is going to this 4. This transformer is firing up these 4. Okay. So, what I got is I have a CCFL tester. Okay. Which I purchased some years ago. Luckily, I still had it. Okay, they probably still sell this. It's probably about 30 or 40 bucks. I'm not sure. I just I lost the ground wire, so I had to make another ground wire and solder it in there. Okay, and this is very, very, very powerful. Okay, this would blow your wig back. Okay, so be careful to not touch that and touch ground. Okay, as you can see, there's a spark. Probably can't see that. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to check each CCFL. I'm going to make sure it's off. Just hit that button. When it's green, it's off. Okay, that means you can touch it. But I'm going to go to where the CCFL connectors are. Going to the inverter board, there are some test points on each one. Okay, for instance, let me zoom in. Make sure I'm still recording. Okay, yeah, there we go. And as you can see, there's some test points on each one. It all depends on how these plugs are made. You can't pull the whole board out and then check each plug individually, but unfortunately I tried that. Those plugs are too skinny for me to stick my CCFL tester in there. Okay, so I'm just going to go like this. I'm going to turn the lights off so you guys can see this. Okay, now it's pretty dark in here, and I just want you to see that I'm going to go to the test point here. I got that's off. I've got this on. Push it again, it should come on with the red light. That means it lets me know it's good to go. I'm going to go to each test point and watch and see if I see any backlight coming through the TV. Alright, so first one, I do see backlights. Okay, coming through the TV. Look right there. Okay, so let's see if that lamp is good. Okay, that's good. That's good. I can actually see a spark. I don't know if you can see the spark coming from the see there? Okay. So those 4 are good. I'm going to go to the next 4. Good. 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 Okay. The last 4. That one's good. can't see on camera, but I trust me, I'm seeing the lamps light up through the back of the TV. That was good. You can see that right there or not. That one's good. That one's good. Okay. That's lighting up. And that one's lighting up. Okay. Okay. So this is how I figured this out. I use my meter and put it on the minimum max mode and AC volts. Okay. And unfortunately, you're gonna have to have a good meter like this. This is an Agilent or a Fluke because the voltage comes up so fast on these transformers or these inverter plugs and goes back down. Some meters will not be able to catch it. I've checked with all my meters. I've checked it with that one. Okay. Okay. I checked it with my green meter over there in the minimum max mode or minimum max scale or whatever, and it does not catch it. So anyway, I'm gonna put my meter in AC volts. Okay, AC volts, not DC, AC volts. Okay, because we're going to the secondary side of these transformers. We're gonna check. We're gonna use a positive lead. Okay, we're gonna put it in max scale. Okay, and then I'm gonna plug it in. Okay, and I'm gonna go to each one of these test points. Okay, to see which transformer is bad. Most likely the transformer or something on that line. I'm gonna hold my positive lead on the test point, and it's in max. I'm gonna hit the power. Okay, remember the meter is in AC volts. Okay, it's powering on. And that jumped up to 423 volts. Okay? Alright, I'm going to turn the TV set off. I'm just going to go down the line here. I'm going to reset my meter. Put it back in max. Okay? Okay, I've got my lead on the test point by the CCFL plug. Okay? I'm going to hit the power. Light turns blue. $4.39. Okay? Now what you want to do is just keep doing this until you find one that's either way high or way low. Okay? Let's do another one. I'm not going to do all 12 of them right now, but it's going to be a long video. I'll turn the TV set off. Okay? Put my meter in max. Okay? I'll go to another line, another plug, put my meter on the test point. Okay? Like I said, make sure the meter is in max mode and on AC volts. Once again, I'm going to hit the power. Light on the TV turns blue. Hold my meter there. 336. Okay, so you can see we'll kind of get like around the same reading. But when I went to my bad plug, I'm going to show you. Let's just do another one, okay? Let's turn this off. Let's do another one. Max. Okay. Okay. Got my lead on the test point. Okay. And once again, see if I can even zoom out here. Okay. So on max, I'm going to hit the power button. $4.76. Okay. Now I'm gonna go right down here to the one that's marked bad. Okay, I've probably already noticed that I did mark it. Now we're already getting about between 360 and 400 and something volts. Okay, and it all depends on the age of the transformer and all that. So that's no big deal, right? But I'm gonna go to here. Well, I've got to mark that. Okay, put my meter lead on there. Okay, make sure the TV set is off first. Okay. Lead on there, so on AC volts, I'm going to hit max. Okay. TV is off, it's in max mode. Okay, I'm gonna put my lead right on there. My lead's on there when I hit the power on the TV. Only 57 volts, AC volts is coming up on that one. All the other ones are reading between 360 and 420, whatever, AC volts. So I know that this is my bad transformer. Okay, so I just so happen to have another one. Okay, I ordered a while ago for another TV, and I don't know what happened if we changed the board or whatever, but, and actually the part number 2 of this transformer, you have to use the exact one pretty much. The part number is right on top of the transformer. I believe it was a 340158 AD was the part number that you would use, okay? And you can look up and find these transformers on eBay or Amazon or whatever, right? And so I'm going to take that transformer off and put the new one on, and we'll see what happens. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to be asking about, or telling me in my comments about you can do a resistance check on the secondary side on the output of the coils of the transformer, like between here and here, and between here and here on that one. You can do that. I tried that, but sometimes the readings are so close, and they're not exact. You know, every transformer doesn't have the exact same reading, but sometimes they're so close. Sometimes you might get, you know, you can like wondering, you know, if it's bad or not. So that's another way of checking it. But like I said, you can check on the secondary side of the lamp transformer. Okay, I'm just going to see. Of course, my meter is going to stand up on its own, so I'm going to have to do it like that. And hopefully you can see that. Okay, I'm going to go right here. Alright, so let's try this first one. Let's see. Make sure the TV is unplugged. I got my meter in ohms. Okay, just regular ohms. Okay, and when it's going to go across here, if I can keep them still. Come on. Okay, that says 1.2 kilo ohms, or 1.29, or probably 1.3. I'm going to go here. 1.288 kilo ohms. So 1.2 kilo ohms or 1.3. I'm going to go here. That's 1.3. So I'll average about 1.3. I'm going to go to the one that was bad. Hopefully you can see that on meter, on the camera I mean. Okay, I'm going to go here, come on. 1.287, and this one, which is our bad one, our bad line, is actually reading 1.18, so 1.2. So instead of 1.3 like the other ones, it's reading a little bit under 1.2 kilo ohms, okay? So, yeah, that's a big difference, okay? Well, a slight difference, okay? So you can check it that way, or like I said, the best way is to go ahead and check it with your meter if you have a fast enough minimum max voltage reading. Okay, let's go back and do our resistance check on our new transformer and see if that comes up any. Okay, we're actually at 1.3 kilo ohms. Right, okay. So, therefore, I'm going to plug her in. Plug it in. When it hits the power, light turns blue. Blue screen, and it is staying on. Voila. Alright guys, that's it. Another one saved from, as my man NorCal715 would say, another one saved from the recycle bin. Alright, because most likely a TV this old, somebody would just threw it away. Okay, if it's not working. So I did manage to save it to the guy. The guy did say he bought another one anyway, but he's going to use this for his daughter's room or something like that. So anyway, we saved another one. And I also want to give a shout out to, of course, my man NorCal715, my man Tampa Tech. Man, I really appreciate you, bro. Okay, another shout out to my man Northridge Fix in California, and Frugal Repair. I'll leave the links to those guys' YouTube channels. They have some really good videos. Check them out. Until then, guys, Big Dog out, and I'll see you in the next one.